Welcome to Back to the Past. I am your host, Jada Weber. This is the only show who interviews people who have influenced science today, time travels, only interviews, and is educational for the youth. And today we are starring the one and only Galileo Galilei.
Hello, thank you. It is my pleasure to be here. It took me around 600 years to get here, if you know what I mean.
Hello, Galileo. It's an honor for you to be here. Please, take a seat.
Thank you.
So, how's life been so far?
It hasn't been the most pleasant.
Why is that?
The church didn't agree with my Copernicus theory, and at 1633 I was summoned by Urban VIII and stood trial for heresy or Inquisition, where I was forced to give up Copernicus ideas, and now, or back then, I have to spend the rest of my life on house arrest.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Now, let's start with the interview, shall we?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, let's start. When and where were you born?
February 15, 1564, Pisa, Italia.
What are the inventions that have been featured about you?
The thermometer, scepter, hydrostatic balance, the microscope, and the telescope.
How have these inventions featured your life?
Well, the microscope was really invented by Anton van Leeuwenhoek, but I made the sketches and designs for the microscope, but I didn't really invent one. I taught my students how to use the scepter at the age of 22. I published a book about hydrostatic balance that I had invented. In this way, my name became more known to scientists, and intrigued by the Eureka story about Archimedes, the king of Cyprus, crown, I spent the time inventing a hydrostatic balance, and I was the man who made the telescope famous.
What have you discovered in your life so far?
The moon, Venus's phases, Jupiter's satellites, and sunspots.
Describe those discoveries.
I observed the moon through my telescope and discovered it had craters, mountains, and valleys. I made several sketches of the moon's features. I used my telescope to observe the sun too. I discovered sunspots that drifted from one side of the sun disk to the other. But I was not the first to discover sunspots. I was the first to discover that Venus had phases like the moon. I had great evidence that the center of the solar system is the sun, and the planets revolve around it. It had been argued that if the solar system was sun-centered, Mercury and Venus would exhibit phases like the moon. Since the phases are invisible to the naked eye, Copernicus had to make up an explanation that the planets were transparent and sun rays passed through it.
Where did you get your education from? What schools? What were your main studies and focuses during those days?
My early education took place at Kilmodul's Monastery at Verlaine-Broussais in 1581. I was enrolled at University of Pisa intending to pursue medicine during that time. However, I started focusing on my main interest, physics and mathematics. In 1585, due to financial reasons, I left the university and started working as a teacher. I returned to the university to Pisa in 1589 as a professor and researcher.
That is very interesting. What were your interests in your childhood?
I was very interested in what's outside of the earth, and every night I would look out in the moon, stars, and observe them.
Can you explain the Copernican theory?
My friend Nicholas Copernicus was a Polish astronomer who made a theory that the sun lays in the center of the universe, and that the earth, spinning on an axis once daily, revolves annually around the sun. This is called a heliocentric or sun-centered system, and I taught it to my students.
Thanks for coming here. It's been an honor.
Thanks a lot. It's been fun going to the future. Wish I could stay longer, but the guards at my house gave me a short period of time being here.
Well, that's a wrap for Back to the Past. Stay tuned for an interview with Isaac Newton next week. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
And thanks for the futuristic outfit.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place.